Unfortunately for Cammy, he's the one that has to face him, and he loses Harvey along the way, and that just continues to open the pathway for a big game here as Sky and Scroll look to hunt him down.
Out of all the duos possible to encounter inside of that building,
Him
the fact that
down.
it would be Sky and Scroll is a tough break here. But Cammy, still standing, still kicking, trying to make something work here. Swizzy, Pixie, very similar notes. Swizzy hoping that he could get an opportunity to heal, but they are picking up a lot of leftovers along the way, and Cammy just can't break through all these pre-existing builds working against him. He'll get caught and taken out. But Sky Scroll, this is probably the weakest that we've seen them look in this game so far, Levin. This might be the opportunity now. Sharktini, your time to shine. And they need to make sure that they really show out here because Swizzy, Pixie might be able to give them a run for their money. All they need is a little bit more builds from that frontside position. Sky recognizing the fact Pablo's been taken out. Counter elimination here, but Thomas wrapping around. All these players stuck inside of the water, and it's just too much. Sky can't actually break through. Shark and Teeny now in the driving seat.
We wanted to see Sky and Scroll tested, and now the rest of the lobby has to watch as Shark and Teeny mounts to come back. Swizzy and Pixie, they do not want us to forget their names in this competition, but they have to try and find real control of this low ground. They have one side to themselves, but they need to find a refresh to match it. Teeny will drop down in an attempt to try and find some limbs along with Shark. We said we wanted to see the big game from them, and it might just be now. They have to close out the rest of these limbs. Every point counts for these two in this competition. And they don't want to throw away the win, but they need to get aggressive, and Pixie will go down. Swizzy will follow. TV is insane. Can they find the rest? Turtle will go up, but Shark will shut him down. These guys cannot be overlooked. Shark and Teeny with a 10 elimination game.
Nah, that was nasty from Teeny, though. The way that he just 180 whipped straight to taking those shots. I mean, Swizzy Pixie, they did their best. Same for us and Turtle, but only so much left to be done. I want to hear more of a breakdown, though, from the desk.
Thanks, guys. We were saying Shark and Teeny, it's not impossible for them to catch up on Sky and Scroll, but to do it, they need to have big games, and they just delivered one mini minor.
That's exactly what they need to do. Perfect height take right there. Really nicely done from these guys. They have finally awoken here on day number 2 after such a good finish of day 1. And I was looking back. I remember in the last post game, I was talking about Sky and Scroll having quite a similar or even better performance here than what they did in the last major. Remember we talked about it at the beginning of the show, Shark and Teeny, they came back on day 2 last major. In that major, they won their second game. And here we are again. They've won their second game as well. So could we be seeing yet another huge comeback from Shark and Teeny? I certainly hope so, because realistically, right now, they look like the team to beat.
Yeah. I mean, they went from 21st to 5th in the last major, as you were alluding to, Minnie. But not only that, in their past 3 matches, they've got into 2 wins and a first place. Okay, they ended yesterday with a win. They started today with a 5th, and now not only did they win the match, but as Frankie was mentioning after the last match, when they win these games, they win them with a lot of eliminations. Now, 10 elims, it feels weird to say, but I feel like that's not even a crazy match for them, right? It's like what you would expect. It's the bare minimum from a Shark and Teeny win. So if this trend continues, I'm scared for the rest of the lobby.
Well, the best part about it is they had it when Sky and Scroll went down in, what was it, a measly 6th place or something. That was absolutely terrible for Sky and Scroll. You know, they made it count, though. You know, in the game that Sky and Scroll didn't do good in, they actually managed to get the win. And that's really important, of course, for these guys, because you need to make that point differential up. Sky and Scroll, they're going to continue to have good games. They're going to continue to have really solid, consistent placements. But to set yourself apart from them and to catch them up, Shark and Teeny need to keep doing that.
Well, we'll be able to see how close Shark and Teeny are gaining on Sky and Scroll in just a few minutes. So join us then.
got hit with that one. I'm popping a med bit. Wait, short. I got 6 builds. No, back up.
Wait, if you're mid, wait.
100. 100. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Milk can help you grow. Milk can't prevent your ride from blasting into space.
Bro's low-key hot as fuck.
Welcome back to FNCS Europe. It's day 2 of the grand finals here in Major 2, and Sharkantini have just claimed their second victory royale with 10 eliminations. Contrast that with Sky and Scroll. They've got 3, but with their victory royales, they tend to get less than 10 eliminations. Their best game has been 7 elims, the other 2, 6. And that's important when you think about the points, because Takata, Sharkantini, they're just over 100 points behind Sky and Scroll. And if they can replicate this success again, they could very well take over.
Well, you say that, but the issue is, look, Sky and Scroll, they basically had, I don't even like using this word, a bad match per se, and it was a 6th place with 5 eliminations. That is not bad enough to be overthrown by Sharkantini. They would have to go down way earlier and get worse placements. Now, this is exactly what Sharkantini have to do, but Sky and Scroll need to also just keep playing exactly how they're playing, and they can keep that 1st place spot, Mini.
Yeah, and I think this game is as important as that first game win that we saw from them. Yeah, of course, you know, it's the 6th versus the 1st, but the fact that these guys can still operate so effectively well when things are a little bit scuffed. We see it here, low on builds, all in the water. Sky's having to clutch a little bit, try and find some damage. The fact that these guys can still squeeze out a 6th, yeah, it's not their best game, just goes to show how much of a force they are to be reckoned with. A lot of that is down to the fact that they are so good as solos. Of course, we've broken that down so much, but just being able to stay in the game for just that extra bit longer, squeeze out all those extra placement points and eliminations,